Okay everyone, welcome back to Subnautica. Yes, we are exactly where we left off. We're in our little tiny base, and it is a little base. We've done a little tiny bit of base building, and what I've decided to do, before we really go and do any exploration in Subnautica, I am going to expand this base, and I'm going to try and build the base that I really want to build. So, this is a slightly unusual shape that I've started off with, as you probably thought at the end of the last video. What I've decided to do, this is going to be the, obviously the main way in and out. This is going to be a little storage room, and then we'll head off down that way further, or down that way further, and we will make our way to building a much bigger base that way. But right now, it's just a little place for us to come. It's a little bit bigger than the pod, and we can start putting some storage lockers in here and start storing materials. So I think what I'm going to do, we're going to try and build, do some base building. Whoops, wrong button. However, the first thing we're going to do is I need to go and cook these because I'm running out of food points. So the first thing we're going to do is gather materials and get them in here. So let us go back to the pod. We are right above the, we're right below the pod. Fully aware, we have built ourselves right underneath the pod, so we are not a million miles away from everything that we're likely to need. We'll take that medical kit, we might as well. We'll just need to cook the food that we have. So I have a bladder fish, I've got plenty of water, so I'm going to go ahead and cook that, and I've got boomerang as well. In fact, I think I have another one, we'll cook that. There we are, and then I think we can, oh, wrong button again. We can go ahead and just eat, and drink. So all is good. So what we need to do now then is gather together various things. We need to gather together various stuffs and things. And I think mostly, well, first off, we have another radio message. Let's have a quick read of this radio message.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Pod 6. Passenger on board. Coordinates attached. Kilometre from the crash site. Radiation between us and rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out. That suggests there's radiation, but we do have a radiation suit. What? I keep pressing that. It's because I'm used to the long dark. We have a radiation suit, so that probably means we can go there. So where is that pod? There it is. It's over there. 476 metres. So let's go and have a look at that pod. And on the way, anything that we find, we shall pick up and use. I assume I've got plenty of power in my sea glide. Oh, yeah, we've got a fair chunk. So let's make use of the sea glide to get ourselves across to this signal. Yeah, so basically now we have ourselves a little base. I can start building some storage lockers, and we can start gathering resources as we normally do in the long dark. So we can start stockpiling. So we haven't got to worry quite so much. So we're going to adopt our long dark strategy here now. Gather resources, store them in a base camp, and then hopefully we can start getting a little bit more sophisticated. Okay, here is the pod. So let's get rid of the sea glide, turn on the flashlight. Oh, stupid thing, right there. There's a big snappy bitey thing near me. Let's go see if can we get in through the top of the pod. Well, this pod's been pulled apart. We've got a couple of what look like flares. I can't pick them up. I can pick up the lead. And I can pick up the PDA. Data downloads. I always come and look for these pods, but there isn't really that much in any of them. Ooh, there's a big whale. I believe they're relatively harmless. Just using the sea glide to get up to the surface. I perhaps should have perhaps gone and done that before I started exploring. Okay, so not very much in the pod. There's something outside it though, so that's a couple of things actually on the floor. Open data box. Ultra glide fins. Okay. That'd be useful. Let's just bring up the scanner. Whoops. What's that? Another abandoned PDA. Okay. 2 crew logs from lifeboat number 6. Okay, so we have a couple of things there. So let's just drop ourselves back out of all this grass Whoa, something is shooting at me. Is that shooting things out? Is that random or is it actually targeting me? This is quite a dangerous place to be by the looks of it. Is that a bit of a bioreactor fragment? Let's scan that. Ow! 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 It's actually attacking me. Okay, it's quite hostile then. Salt deposit, we'll just grab that. And we've got quite a lot of debris here, but a lot of big snappy bitey things flying around. Let's just drop up to the surface and sort our oxygen out, and then we'll come back down and see if we can salvage anything from this debris field. So we are a fair distance from the pod, so I don't really want to let the Sea Glide run out of power. There is the Aurora. Let's see what's going on down here then, if there's anything useful. Bring back up my scanner. Well, I've got down here salt deposits. We need those. Anything worth scanning? Anything around? Scanner room fragment. This is what you have to do to be able to build the various bits. You have to find the blueprints for them. And to do that, you have to locate them in the debris field and pick them up, whilst avoiding being eaten. Okay, we've got a few more things over this side. That's a sea moth fragment. We really need those, so let's... Ow! Get off. I'm actually going to die in a minute if I'm not careful. Well, we might as well scan that. Might as well pick up the acid mushrooms. A trash can. Again, we may as well scan it because it gives us the blueprints for it, which means we can build it. Some more metal salvage.
30 seconds.
Okay, I'm running out of oxygen. Okay, let's... Ow! Let's get our head bitten off. Let's sea glide our way up. We're going to run out of time if we're not very careful here. There we go. Okay, let's get back down then. These things are pretty vicious. I don't know whether I can actually defend myself against them or not. Okay, so let's just get the scanner back out. Anything worth scanning? I have a knife, you know. I don't actually know if I can. I think that might have actually made a difference. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything worth scanning here. We've got some salt deposits we could do with those. Coral shell plates. Probably we need to attack those with a knife, I think. Pretty sure it's a knife. Okay, maybe not. Scan it. Let's scan. Scan? No? Okay. I could have sworn. Okay, never mind. Well, right, okay, so we're actually doing okay. Ow! 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 Oh, my inventory's full. Okay, let's get to the surface. We'll sort our oxygen out. And then we shall head back to the pod. And we shall start fabricating things. One of the things I want to start fabricating, obviously, are storage lockers. Okay, so let's get ourselves... Actually, before we go any further, let's just take another medical pack, as I am slightly at risk of dying. Let's head towards the pod. The reason I built my base underneath the pod, by the way, is so that the pod obviously will always offer me a nice reference point, so I know where it is. I need to start stockpiling food as well. Let's avoid these gasopods. We'll have to go and collect some food fairly shortly. Okay, so we are back. We need to turn all of that salvage into titanium before we can do anything with it. So, let us do that. Do I have something I can cook? Oh no, I have the salt deposit, but I don't have the fish. Right, okay, so titanium. as much as we have. Titanium is one of the most commonly used resources, so I think what I'm going to do... oh, I've run out of stuff. I'm going to make an entire wall of lockers purely to store titanium. Okay, so let's get inside our thing. Now, one thing it is worth remembering is that we can be attacked in here. And if we are attacked, that does actually cause a fair bit of damage. So it will start to potentially flood the pod. So we can make trash cans. We should be able to make storage lockers. There we are, wall lockers. And we've got bigger lockers with glass fronts, but we just want the ordinary wall lockers, and we're going to be building them in here. So what I was thinking of doing was putting doors, because I know we can have doors, internal doors, but I don't think we've hit that. We haven't got the blueprints for those just yet. We can actually make a fabricate, which would be useful in here. Let's make some wall lockers then. So if we just make, our first set of wall lockers. I'll try and do this as neatly as I can. Why is it not letting me put it there? Okay, so I have to have a certain separation distance. I always thought I could put them quite close together. Oh, I can put them quite close together. That's a bit weird. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. Hopefully I can squeeze another one in there. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so these are our storage, and these don't all line up neatly, but never mind. We can rename them, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So now I'm going to start storing things. So, water. There's lots and lots of it. Didn't mean to drink that. So we'll get rid of some of that. We'll put it in one of the storage lockers, and we will rename that one water, so that we know what it is. And this one we shall call food, although we haven't got any at the minute. That one we shall call... I think the rest of these are probably going to end up being... honestly don't know. It's one of those things. It's nice to have the function, but it's knowing what to actually store in them. So if I just say ores, there we are. So that's ores. Oh, I'm actually going to store gold and lead in it. Got some salt deposits, so we'll call this one salt, because we can use the salt deposits, of course, for many things. So we shall pop some salt in there. I'm going to call this one acid mushroom, or acid mush, because mushroom won't fit. And there we go. So we are starting to gather resources. We're starting to put things together. So what I'm going to do as well while I'm in here is a medical kit. Computer chip, fiber mesh, silver ore. Damn it. Okay, I haven't actually got the parts for it. So I need fiber mesh, silver ore, and a computer chip. Okay, well, what I want to start... Oh, let's deconstruct it then in that case. What I want to start doing is putting those throughout the base, so I've got lots and lots of them knocking around. Okay, so we've got storage lockers in there. We'll build some more storage lockers along the other wall when we need them. So we've got acid mushrooms, salt, ores, food, and water. So there's lots of things now stored in here. Let's just pop out to our little floating storage containers, which are floating around, and just see if we can grab anything from them. Oops, wrong way. Cave sulfur, those. Just so that we don't have to keep them out here. Creature eggs, quartz, okay, and the other one has got lots and lots of titanium. Oh, so much I can't even fit it all in. Let's get back inside. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just make some more storage lockers on the other side. So at the moment, this is just Subnautica Make a Locker edition, as we strive to improve our storage abilities. These aren't neatly lined up and perfect. I'm not too worried about that. For once, my OCD tendencies are not kicking in. I'm literally just shoving them on the wall. There we are. Okay, so we've got plenty of storage space. So, things that we can store in these lockers. Creature eggs, that can go in that one. Yeah, that can go in there. So that's, we'll call that one eggs. This one is going to be creepvine. I ate it. What the heck did I do that for? I am actually running out of... that did draw my attention to the fact that I'm running very low on food, actually. Okay, let's... I'm just going to have to very, very quickly... We'll pop some coral in that one. And then we'll go and do some hunting for food. So let's... we'll break out our knife. I don't know whether this is going to make any difference. Or help us in any way, but let's go and see if we can't do a bit of hunting. Gary. Okay, got a Gary fish. And we may as well pick some of these up whilst we're swimming past them. Yeah, the only ones I can see around here are things I can't actually catch. There's a bladderfish, but I'm frighteningly close to a gasopod, which I really don't want to be. Ooh, nice little quartz deposit. I know that's not what we were out here for, but that sounds a nice little quartz deposit.
New creature emergency. Starvation imminent.
Yep.
Seek calorie intake immediately.
I'm working on it. Although I found many, many interesting, nice things under here, and I've been slightly distracted. Quartz. Quartz. Lots and lots of it. Quartz. Quartz. Peeper. Come here, Peeper. No, 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 no. Go, okay, Gary Fish, you come here. Come here. No, 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 no. Come here. I'll do. Thank you. Okay. Gary, come here. You get bonus points if you get the Gary reference, by the way. Okay, so can we catch this Peeper this time? Yes, we can. Okay, we're running out of oxygen and we're desperately in need of food, so let's get ourselves over to the pod. The pod at the moment is the only place where I can make food because I do not have a fabricator in the base. So let's get in here quick and make some cooked stuffs. We're pretty much going to have to eat all of this, I think. We got a couple of Gary fish, didn't we? There we go. Okay, let's come out of there and let's eat. Eat, 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 drink. Sorted. Right, okay, so we've now got lots and lots of quartz. So, is there anything in here, by the way? There probably is. Yes, there is. Silver ore, gold. Okay, I have got some stuff in here then, so we need to get all that as well. What I want to do is get everything out of here and get it into the base. I know at the moment the base isn't very big, but I'm going to be working on that. Okay, so this one is going to be quartz, which I nearly always spell wrong, but I think I've got that right. There we go, lots of quartz. We've got some acid mushrooms that we're carrying around, so let's get rid of those. And of course we can turn those into batteries. We're carrying some ores and things around with us, so let's... Well, they're not actually ores, they are materials, so let's get rid of those. I'm going to chuck cave sulfur in there as well for want of anywhere else to put it. Right, okay, so... Things are getting bigger. We are starting to build up this base. Let's drop back out. Now, I've been having to think about how to do this base. And what I think of doing, this is kind of going to be the entrance and exit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put, well, it's going to have to be another foundation piece. Just there, I think. Oh, we haven't got the lead. Drat. Well, we've only got one piece of lead as well, haven't we? I don't think we've got two. We only have one piece of lead. Drat it. So I need more lead. There must be better ways of salvaging this stuff. Okay, so we need more lead before we can do anything with that. What I wanted to do is put a curved piece. Press the wrong button there. Just there. Oh, we haven't got any glass! For goodness sake. We've got quartz, but we haven't got glass. I haven't converted it into glass. Can I make a fabricator? And I've got the blueprint for it, but I've got the parts to make one. Gold table coral sample. I think that means we have got the parts to make one. So we've got some gold, and we need a table coral sample. There we go. So we can actually now make a fabricator. So let's make a fabricator. It's going to drive me up the wall otherwise. Let's put it... I'm going to keep going into the pod. Right, okay. So we can now make a glass. Once we've got pick the quartz up from out of here, we can make glass. I will, once the base starts to grow, and we don't need quite so much stuff stored here, I probably will start deconstructing some of these compartments and kind of moving them around, but right now, this will do. Okay, so now we have some glass. Let's go and finish this this piece off. Oops. I've made it glass just so it looks cool, to be perfectly honest with you. So what I wanted to do was kind of take... See, we don't need a foundation piece. I didn't think you did. It could just go down to straight down to the ground. What I wanted to start doing is just kind of build this out, kind of almost make it like a circular base in many ways. So I might actually do some clever stuff once we've started making this base a little bit bigger. So as it stands at the moment, we've got a nice curved piece here. We probably don't need this foundation piece then. I can probably get rid of it. Coming out this way, and then we'll head off. What I'm probably going to do is make this a ring, so just kind of turn it into a bit of a ring, and then kind of have things coming off it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be, I'm kind of making this up as I go along. I haven't really thought it through, so it's going to be an interesting base, and we'll subdivide it up just so it's broken up, so if it does flood, it doesn't flood the whole thing. But yeah, so we're going to start doing this base. So I'm going to try and build this base. It's not going to be massive base, but it'll be a reasonable sized base, I think. We'll try and do something pretty cool with it and have all of the various vehicle bays and things attached to it so that we can go do some proper exploring once we've found all the blueprints. But right now, I am going to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is more Subnautica. We're going to be doing some more base building, and we're going to make this much bigger and try and make it nice and strong and tough, and gather the materials to keep expanding and exploring. So thank you very much for watching. Really hope you like it. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for some more videos, which will of course keep coming. I am trying to get videos up every single day. I've got Subnautica, obviously, that we are working through, the Long Dark tutorial series as well, and we are also doing some Minecraft, and I've also finally managed to pick up a copy of Mirror's Edge Catalyst in the Black Friday sales, and Gran Turismo Sport I've got as well, which I might put something up on, and I'm sure there's loads of other stuff. I'm still planning on going retro. I know I keep threatening that, and I have actually recorded a Theme Hospital video, which I actually recorded about 8 months ago, and haven't put up yet, so there will be some classic retro games as well. It'd be kind of cool. But right now, thank you so much for watching as always, and I shall see you again very soon.